Hi everybody. I'm just in the process of starting up a new worm bin, and this is a bin that has actually been aging for just over a week now. And what I'm actually doing is taking a bin that is very mature. It has been an active bin of mine for quite a long time, and I haven't harvested it in a long period of time, so it's definitely overdue. And so I'm sort of combining the starting of a new bin and the harvesting of another bin, and thought it would be great to make a video out of this. These are some topics that people are quite curious about. Now what I've done right off the bat is I've actually taken the top layer of material, which happened to contain a lot of worms, very many worms, and I've added it to this new bin, because this is obviously material that still needs to be digested. I don't need it in my compost over here, so I just directly added it, and that of course also helped me to add a lot of worms directly to the new bin. And once I feel like I've taken off a pretty decent layer off the top, and I'm not gonna, I mean, it's okay if there's some material in there, we'll worry about that later. But once I've taken a decent layer off, now I'm going to use a very simple system for helping to separate the worms from the original bin. All I do is basically take a layer of garbage bag, and I recommend making it just a single layer, not the double layer of a garbage bag, because you don't want the worms ending up getting lost inside the middle of a garbage bag. So basically I rip the garbage bag down the middle, and so I just have one layer of plastic here, and I have perforated it with a mechanical pencil. You can see it's just very rough looking holes. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can get away with adding more holes than I have. And what I recommend doing is just simply pressing this down onto the material of this new bin here. Now basically all I'll do is, oh wow, you can see this is just absolutely chock full of worms here. And this, I mean, truth be told, this is a bin that, I mean, these materials aren't exactly prime time, perfectly aged compost. This is looking like it could use a bit more time, but what I want to do is to separate the worms from it, for starters, and then I will worry about letting this age a bit more. I'll probably just let it sit and age without the worms. Now, I don't know, those of you who are familiar with my website, Vermicomposting that is, you may recall that I wrote a post about a Natura Eco cloth, which is a biodegradable cloth. I threw one into my worm bin, and you can see that all that is left of it is just the outer edge. So that's kind of interesting. Anyway, so what I'm doing, and it doesn't look like I'm obviously not going to be able to get all the material. I just want to sort of show you the principle here. Basically, I just add the material from the old bin on top of this plastic, and it doesn't have to be garbage bag. It could be an old onion sack or some sort of mesh material, anything that's going to potentially, even like a window screen. You'd be amazed what these worms can squeeze through. And the idea is that I happen to have a fluorescent grow light that I'm probably just going to actually leave on for the next couple of days maybe. And so it does help if you have some sort of a light over top, because these worms are going to bury down and they're going to head towards, they don't want to be living in this environment anymore. This is a very old bin, and obviously nobody wants to live in their own waste products, so they'll probably be only too happy to bury down and go through the holes into the brand new worm bin. So that's pretty much it. You just